Hey everybody, I'm Christopher Green, you're watching AMTV Alternative Media Television. A lot of you don't know my story, so here it is. In 2008, right prior to the crash of 2009 and what we began to see unfold with the fall of Lehman Brothers and Bear Stearns, I was working as a broker for Merrill Lynch. And I could see what was coming. I could feel it. I could see it with my own eyes. And at the time, I was managing tens of millions of dollars of client accounts. So I went with my hat in hand, and I was quite emotional at the time. I went to my family, my friends, and my clients, and I told them to get the heck out of the stock market. I told them that it would be bloody, that something very painful was coming, and that just something didn't smell right. Some listened, and some didn't. Now, we all know as a consequence of a series of pre-engineered, pre-planned cascading events, the entire global financial system collapsed overnight, and it was engineered.
2008 was a year that many investors around the world will want to forget.
Right now, breaking news here, stocks all around the world are tanking.
That quickly did not go
Listen to David
up.
Faber.
They went down.
With plunging home prices and rising foreclosures, the housing problem snowballed into an economic crisis that we haven't seen since the Great Depression.
Trillions of dollars was extinguished. George W. Bush came on camera and quite literally told the American people, U.S. congressmen and women, that there would potentially be martial law in the streets. The world was coming to an end. I mean, this was World War III.
The government's top economic experts warned that without immediate action by Congress, America could slip into a financial panic and a distressing scenario would unfold.
Every single financial institution in the history of the world was going to zero. It wasn't just Lehman Brothers, it wasn't just Bear Stearns, it was Merrill Lynch, Bank of America, Morgan Stanley, the list went on and on. It wasn't just American-centric, this was global. And it was all a result of a mismanagement and misallocation of funds, of creating money out of thin air. Because the Federal Reserve, a private institution, does this and prints this currency, it's backed by nothing, which means it isn't anything. It's only a belief system. But the question I've always asked is what happens when that belief system changes? And just like I felt in 2008 that something really bad was coming, I could feel it in my bones based on what I was seeing, the perception of the markets, the perception of the talking heads, of the mainstream media propaganda machine. I'm seeing the same thing again. But this time even worse. They've doubled the debt. That was a byproduct of Barack Obama. It's now been inherited by Donald Trump. And notice when Donald Trump was even campaigning, what did he talk about? He said we're in a bubble. He said it's getting bigger.
Believe me, we're in a bubble right now. And the only thing that looks good is the stock market. But if you raise interest rates even a little bit, that's going to come crashing down. We are in a big, fat, ugly bubble.
People tell me, Christopher, why are you even telling me this? This is just negative energy. This is just fear-mongering. Give me a freaking solution. Well, number one, this is the number one thing. This is just my opinion, my humble opinion. First thing you need to do is get right with God. You need to ask for forgiveness and get right with whoever it is or whatever it is you believe in. Number one. The second thing you should do after getting right with God is diversify. I call building an asset allocation. I'm a big believer in precious metals, gold and silver, because it's real, it's tangible, it's been around for thousands of years. We're lucky to have friends that we work with here at AMTV, our partner, Swiss America. In fact, they just put out a report. It's free. I encourage you to click the link below, download the report. It's called the Great Convergence 2017. So download the free report. Do it right now. Don't wait another second, another minute. It's free. It's information. It's education. Now, I was talking to Dave, who's our contact at Swiss America, and he brought something up I had never heard of before. And it really kind of shook me to the core. There's going to be a huge move on the demand side of gold, unlike potentially anything we've ever seen before. Up to 1.6 billion Muslims, a quarter of the global population, is now all of a sudden opening itself up to precious metals investing. This is a part of Islamic finance, is a part of that tradition and religion, Sharia law. Many Muslims can't own anything, for example, that is considered usury or that carries and earns interest. But all that's changing. This is going to change the demand structure from the buyer side of precious metals when it comes to gold and when it comes to silver. My point is, stop fiddling around and don't deal in fear. Deal in preparation. Start today by clicking the link below, downloading The Great Convergence, this free special report covering what you need to know this year in 2017. Give our friends at Swiss America a call, ask them questions, and take a serious look at gold, silver, and precious metals investing. I'm Christopher Green. Get it out everywhere, make it viral, hard-hitting in your face, and click the link below to download your free report.